Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and underneath me is a whole bunch of comics. And this is the finale. This is going to be some pretty cool books. I'm pretty excited, actually, because I know what some of these books are. Some of them I don't remember all the things I bought, but there's some really great books in here. Let's get into them. Let's have a great finale, end it all off. This first book, this one was well wrapped, so whatever it is, they really wanted to make sure that it arrived safely. This is from Rad Comics, and they said thanks. Order. And let's see if I can open this up. I might have to slice it a bit. Okay, so they threw in a bonus free comic, Fantastic Four, #1. I don't know. It's like some random Fantastic Four book with Deadpool in the background. It's kind of funny. That's very odd. Very interesting one. Put that over there. And this is the book that actually I bought. It's in really rough shape, but it is a very cool book. This is Startling Comics number 43. Now, it's actually a complete comic. The only reason they got a 0.5 is that it's missing this big piece of the cover. And it's actually a pretty major key. This is the first appearance of Tigra. And, it's Graham Ingles cover. The creature on it always I thought was weird looking. Now, I have to say, the creature is very weird looking. He's got this weird thing on his head. I don't know what it is. Just a very weird looking creature. Bit of a good girl art cover with the hero trying to get there in time to save her. So just a really cool one. Startling Comics number 45 from 1947. So I've been trying to get this book for a while to get her first appearance. So, and sadly, it does show it, but it's a little bit ripped where her first appearance, that's Tiger right there. She's like one of these jungle girls. So that's that one. That's actually a pretty pricey book in higher grade. Actually, speaking of big books, this is quite a big one. Okay, so this next one's a fairly big book. This is Diary of Horror, #1, and this is a really weird book. Actually, I read the story that this cover is from. It's a very weird story, and this is from 1952. It says it's A.C. Hollingsworth cover and art. It's just a really crazy story. Basically, this librarian meets a cute-looking guy who is not quite what he seems, and he turns out to be this kind of Walking Dead-like corpse guy. And he takes her to the underworld, and that's what they do. They bring women to the underworld to become future zombies. So just a really interesting book, Diary of Horror #1. It's really great. It almost looks like they're trick-or-treating or something like that with these little pumpkin heads, like these lanterns that are like skulls. Just a really great cover. You get this girl in the red dress in the background, one in the foreground. Just a really great book. Okay, so I was quite happy to get that. Finally. I've been trying to get this book for a while, actually. Great classic Precode Horror book. Okay. And next one. Oh. Okay. This is an interesting one. A series that I'm trying to get. I have actually all the kind of key books for the series except one. Is JoJo Comics. So JoJo Comics is interesting. If you look behind me, up there, those three books that are way up there, right there. They're all JoJo Comics. And what happened is JoJo Comics changes from this kind of cartoony stuff to being more about jungle stuff. It's by Fox, so it's very over the top, crazy stuff. Interiors like just bondage, mutilation, injury to eye, impalings, virgin sacrifices, crazy stuff inside. But it all started out with this kind of cartoony, cutesy stuff. So this is JoJo Comics number 3. Just a very funny book. Not expensive. The earlier issues, because they are these cartoony ones, are not very expensive. But I'm a completionist, so I got to get the complete run. And I decided to get this one. So it was like about $100 or something like that. It wasn't expensive, under $100 even. It was a very inexpensive book. But I thought, hey, why not? I'm only missing a few more issues, and I'll have the complete series. Okay. This next one. Okay, this is an interesting one. Is Strange Mysteries. And this is Strange Mysteries number 2 from 1951. This is actually an interesting one. You got the girl in the red dress and these kind of weird zombie swamp monsters. And what the story is it's all about an inheritance. I read the story because I thought it was interesting. Basically, it's about an inheritance. And the people that got the inheritance weren't the right people. They were all like members of the family rather than the staff that probably deserved the inheritance. So what happened was when they get the inheritance, they're all greedy and they wander in the swamp that's nearby the house. And these swamp monsters basically bring them to the underworld. And then they become swamp monsters themselves. And then eventually, after all of them die, the true rightful heirs get inheritance. But it's so Strange Mysteries number 2, and it is from Superior Comics, which is a Canadian company. So this is actually a Canadian comic, and really great Precode Horror book. So Strange Mysteries number 2, and this one has a bit of restoration. So restoration includes small amount of glue on spine of cover. So just a little bit of glue, probably because maybe there's a spine split and they just used a bit of glue to keep the spine together. If that was removed, it would probably still be a 2.5 restored. Not restored, but Blue Label. This next book is kind of a cool one. This is Wilbur. And actually, I should take it out of the bag because the bag is not very good looking. Take it out of the bag and then you can see it better. See, it's a very nice presenting book. Very nice presenting. This is a 1/5, and it presents really, really well. I'm not even sure why it's a 1/5. Maybe a spine split or something? I'm not sure. It's really, really nice presenting 1/5. Yeah, really almost insane how nice 1/5 this is. But it's probably like a split spine or something. It doesn't, like, this is like the ideal situation. You get a 1/5 grade, and it's just a split spine. So when it's in the slab, you can't tell. But it looks really, really nice. Yeah, this is an Al Fugly cover. And it's one of those kind of innuendo covers a bit because of the way she's positioned, her leg position. And what does he say? Guess what? I guess we better call a plumber after all, Linda. It's like their whole kitchen's flooded. But yeah, it's kind of a cute cover. I like these Good Girl art covers. Okay, so next one. Okay. This one is kind of a cool one. Another Golden Age comic from 1951. This is a Jet Comics number 3. And it's just a really great Good Girl art bondage cover. So she's like, I'm not sure, like looks like, well, not really bondage, but these little people are kind of holding her legs and they're kind of holding her arms and they're attacking her. Just a kind of cool cover. Jet Comics #2. So this is a fun one. I like these little sci-fi things too. And this is from Superior Comics. So this is the Canadian version of this comic. So this is a slightly rarer version of this comic. So, but in really high grades. So, and we got. Okay, this one's interesting. So this is Crazy Comics #25. This is actually the first appearance of this character right here. This is Wacky Duck. One of these weird duck-like characters. And this is his very first appearance. He actually had his own series called Wacky Duck, which I just happened to have issue #1 of. And I was like, oh, I might as well find out where his first appearance is. This is his first appearance. So Crazy Comics #25. First appearance of Wacky Duck. So not like Wacky Duck is a major character. Not a major character, but it is a cool first to get the first appearance of a Golden Age character. Okay, so I think I'll show this one last. I'll show whatever this one is first. So there's only 2 books left. This one has a lot of wrapping, as you can see. That was 1 layer. Wow, they wrapped it really, really well. Whatever it is well wrapped. Better be something cool. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's like really well wrapped. It's like 4 layers of wrapping. All right. Wow. That was a lot of wrapping. Man, that's crazy. Oh, okay. Wow. Both books are really big. Which one should I show first? I'm going to go with this one. So this is Dime Comics #1. It's an LB Cole cover. Great Good Girl art cover. Now I mentioned this before, that there's this bird that's on Power Comics, and it's this bird right here, and they reuse this one on Dime Comics. I don't know, this bird, LB Cole reuses certain elements, so that one he reused. So this is LB Cole, and it's like the first appearance of the Green Dragon. Okay, so that's another cool thing. You got this executioner with the bloody axe and stuff. I don't know, it's a really cool cover. I like this Good Girl art cover. Just a really great one. Got all these soldiers with guns and a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on in this cover. So this is first appearance of the Green Dragon. And he's also on the cover. That's the Green Dragon right there. He's kind of a weird Asian-y character. And you got all these Japanese soldiers in the background. Yeah, I'm not sure. Very goofy looking. Total anti-Japanese propaganda cover too. So it's a lot of stuff going for this cover. It was a hanging cover, just a lot of stuff. Really great cover. Okay, so that's a pretty big book actually. I was pretty excited to get that one. And this last one is a really great book. This is Airboy Comics #1. And it doesn't look like #1 because it's actually volume 2, number 12. But what it is before it was called Airboy Comics, it was called Air Fighters Comics. So it says formerly Air Fighters Comics. But then they did a name change to make it just Airboy Comics. This is the issue where they changed the name to Airboy Comics. Now, that's cool in itself that it's like this name change comic. So it is Airboy Comics #1. But another cool thing about this comic is it's got a kind of Halloween feel to it. It's got this big moon, the vampire bats, and, you know, Airboy's plane is kind of like this bat-like plane actually. And you got Valkyrie right here. She's wielding an axe. I like Valkyrie covers, so this is like a little extra bonus for me to get a Valkyrie cover. And it has like all this extra significance of being the very first Airboy comic. So Airboy Comics #1 or Airboy Comics Volume 2, number 12 from 1946. and it's a Fred Kida cover. So very cool. Really great book. So yeah, so that is the finale. That's it. We've finished. We've made it through all these books. There was a lot of really great stuff. I hope that if you haven't watched the other parts of the series, I recommend you check them out, because I've shown some really great books in this collection. It was a pretty great haul. And if you haven't watched them, go watch them. So again, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And bye for now.